This is a video really about how to sell online, make money on it. There's lots of different ways, but somebody once told me basically get out of marketplace, but there's a lot of money in marketplace. And when I say marketplace, I mean such as Etsy, Amazon, eBay, that kind of thing. There's some new ones on the block as well, but they're the three biggies. Some are better than others. Everybody thinks that Amazon's the top one. It's not. Then they say eBay's the top one, and it's not. Etsy's the one that makes you money, but you've got to know what you're doing with it. It's not as easy as just putting a product on. There's lots of things that go with it. Um, you've got to know how to write your advert. You've got to put the right hashtags in there. You've got to put the right description in there. The pictures have got to be absolutely spot on. Um, I will show you in another video ways of doing this. To anybody who subscribes and likes, if you subscribe, will you please put in the comments, I subscribe, because that helps me with the algorithms. But anyway, I'll tell you a bit more about that as well. So if you've got, like my shop on Etsy, which I don't do it anymore. I had 136 products on there. It's like throwing stones at windows. The more products you put on, the more chance you've got of getting them seen. That's what I thought. So I put them on. I'm all on there, and there were about maybe two products that sold. I thought this is a really, really hard slog. I've put all these on here, and I've only got two that are selling. They sold multiples. They sold quite a lot of them. Made quite a decent amount of money on them as well. But thing is, I'm a manufacturer, so they we make it. It costs us what it costs us, and that's it. Then we've got to send it out. Where it falls down is the 15-20%, whatever it is that they charge. Listing fees are minimal. The fees aren't bad, but the final fee is quite a hefty one. Bigger. The pay it same day. That's a good thing. So when you put your products on, and then you've got to think how you're going to write them. You've got to really think. There's ways, like I will show you. There's ways, that'll be another video, that you can actually get content quite easily, and it'll be good. It'll be good content through AI, basically. But you've got to use the right ones. So I put all my products on there. I visited it. It wasn't doing right well. I read up on it, and I watched videos on it, and I did everything I could. And it wasn't perfect. These programs that you can use that help you with your listings. And you've got to tick every box, every single box. Whatever you put in your title is what your keywords are going to be. And then the keywords have got to appear in your description. It's got to be done perfectly. And it's like learning another language. And I learned it. I speak Etsy now. So basically, you put the adverts on there, and you wait. You get people that are friendly with it, they like it, they favourite your ads, favourite your products, things like that. Some of them send you messages and ask you about it. One tip that I had was I'd make mistake in messages in some of the products now and again. I'd do it on purpose so they'd have to ask me a question. So if they come to me and ask me a question, it's like a spider coming to a web, or a fly going into a spider's web. They'll come to me, they'll say, right, can you tell me about this? Because it's missing on the description. People read the descriptions, they read every word of it, and they remember every word of it. So don't tell lies, do it right. So they'll come on there and they'll see the bit that's missing, and they don't know it's deliberately missing. Message me, I'll talk to them. I'll say, all right, basically, I'll get them on my side and they'll buy off me. And I say 15%. I don't care what Etsy thinks about that, because I don't use Etsy anymore, and I probably never will. It served its purpose for me. So then they'd say, oh, well, it'd be better if I just bought it off you. So, well, yeah, so I can direct them to the website, which is an art on itself. You've got to be able to tell them where it is without telling them what the website address is. So that's a difficult one. But my company name was the website. So, and it allowed me because I got in there early. Now they don't allow you to do that. So the company name was exex.com. And because it's a trademark, they had to let me in, let me use it. So it made it a bit easier for me. And they're coming by off me. Then I started looking at what we're doing, and so I'll give you a product that we used to sell quite a lot of. We used to make a bar called the Murphy Bar. Everybody sells them now. Well, not everybody, but some quite a lot do. But we were only people. And I think I made this name up, the bar up. And it's an outside bar which folds up to the wall, and when you fold it down, the legs come out, and you've got it turns into a bar. So it's basically storage for bottles and cans and things like that. But if you have a barbecue, you've got a place where 4 people can sit. I sell them, or I used to sell them in the UK for £165 each. But after Etsy finished with all the messing about with it and everything else, I probably ended up with about 105, 110, something like that. Then I had to post it, ship it. Everybody expects free shipping, and they get it. They also expect to be able to send it back because I don't like that colour. Oh, right. So I've got to pay for it to come back. So that's the point. Is that you get it right. If they order it dark wood, dark stain, you make sure it's dark stain. Whatever the picture is, it has to look like that. So you eliminate these little problems before people send it back, because they will. You get some people that just order off there just for the sake of ordering. And I mean, I had one guy, he bought 4 coffee tables at £199 each. And I contacted him because you get the details. And I said, he was an Asian guy, I think he was a doctor. And I said, you bought 4 coffee tables. Is it for your doctor's surgery? And no. I want to see what they're like, and I'll choose the one that I want. I said, so you spent £800 on 4 tables, and you don't know whether you only want one. Well, yeah. So it makes sense that I buy 4 and I choose the one that's nicest, and then he can come and collect the other 3. I went, so that's just ridiculous. They're not shoes. It's not like a pair of shoes. It's a 20 kilo coffee table made out of thick wood, made to order. We make to order. I'm not sending you it. I'll just refund. I refunded him because I knew it was just going to go south. And you've got to watch out for that because you get it. You get it all the time on Etsy and Amazon and eBay. They're all the same. And trust me, Etsy will back him, not you. They'll give him his money back whether you want to or not. And if you don't get it returned, he keeps it. So it would have ended up with 4 coffee tables. People don't like to rewrap things. They'll open it and say, I don't like it. Come and wrap it and bring it back. So, wrap it. Wrap it, I'll have it back. I'll give you a refund, but wrap it. So be prepared for all that. It'll happen a lot. It's great if you're selling little things because you can throw them away. But when you're selling something for £200 or £500, you can't. Another little tip where you can make a lot of money, a hell of a lot of money, if you're not scared to do it, and that's to get into the American market through Etsy. My Murphy bar, I started selling it in America, and instead of doing it at 165, I did it at 365. And I was selling them 5 a day. They were flying out like mad. They were going everywhere. They wanted them. They want to buy English wooden products, English made products. They love them. This obviously it's 365. It's a lot more money. They're willing to pay it, and in Australia they'll pay twice that because they know it's going to cost a fortune to ship it. But there's some companies which I will tell people about if they send me a message. There's companies in the UK that will send to America at a set price of £49.99. Now, for these products, I was sending them inside the UK for £19.99, so it's double what I send in the UK. Americans don't even try to return them. If you get it right, you will not have any problems whatsoever. Send what you're selling and do it properly. Don't tell lies. Make sure your listings are right. Make sure your pictures are right, and make sure the product matches the pictures and the listings. When that lands in America, provided it's not damaged, you won't have any issues whatsoever. If it's damaged, you write it off. Let them keep it, send them another one. But it doesn't happen often. This company that I use for international shipping, they're very, very good. And the minute FedEx get hold of it, they treat it like a baby because they know it's come from the UK and they don't want the repercussions that they'll get from a seller in the UK who says you've damaged it. So they look after it. The courier companies in the UK are awful. They break everything and they throw everything about. They're animals. They're absolute uneducated animals. And I don't care what anybody has to say about that. It's true. American, gentle. They look after it, they get it to customer, and everything's fine. So if you wanted to do it in the American market, it's a good way of getting in there. The laws are different because you used to be able to send anything you wanted to France. Now you can't. Now you've got to have this certificate, that certificate. You've got to jump through a hoop. You've got all this admin to do, and that's just to send something to France, Spain, Italy. Thanks to Brexit. Well, I want it to come out, but there's nothing I can do about that. Without it was a mistake, I think. But I don't want to go back in. But in America, you've just got to. Well, you need your UT. I can't remember what it is now. You need a code, international selling code. You send it. You've got that. You set it up on the system with a carrier, and it's always there. Then it's always you don't have to put it in twice. It's there forever. And that makes it legal that you can sell it. Now the trouble is, and you've got to make it clear to them, there is American taxes. So if you send something from the UK, the person that receives it pays the American import tax, and that could be anything. We don't know what it is. Normally it's probably $50, $60, but you make the customer aware of it. Otherwise, they'll come back at you and say, right, get your product back. But it didn't happen to me because I did it right. So that's really the first part of what I'm going to tell anybody about Etsy. So that's it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, will you please subscribe because it helps me. And if you put I subscribe in the comments, that helps me as well because it puts me up in the algorithms. I don't get any financial reward for these videos, not yet, until I get 1,000 people subscribe. Like it, share the hell out of it, knock it all over the place, get it all over the internet. And let's see if I can get the likes that I need. And I also need 4 million views, which is not an easy task. So thank you very much and good evening.